You think she's starting a fight for no reason, but she's actually checking to see if you're a man she can still respect. If you react with anger, defensiveness, or a need to explain yourself, you've already lost. She doesn't want to win the argument. She wants to lose to a man who is too grounded to be rattled by her drama. I'm Oliver. I'm breaking the testing enigma. Why her emotional storms are a search for your strength, and how to become the unshakable anchor she's actually looking for. Let's talk about a moment that confuses and frustrates almost every man in a relationship. You're with a woman you care about. Things are going well. And then, seemingly out of nowhere, she pokes you. Not literally, but emotionally. She challenges your opinion on something unimportant. She creates a little bit of drama. She asks a loaded question like, "Do you think that woman is attractive?" Or she just seems to push against you for no logical reason. Your first instinct is to get defensive, to argue, to ask, "Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to start a fight?" It feels disrespectful. It feels like a test. And you're right about one of those things. It is a test. This test isn't a malicious, conscious game she's playing to make you miserable. What if I told you it's a deep, subconscious, and often uncontrollable instinct? And that by reacting with anger or defensiveness, you are failing that test every single time and slowly killing her attraction for you. The biggest moment is this: a woman's test is not an attack, it is a question. She is not trying to win against you, she is trying to find you. On a deep primal level, a woman is wired to find a man whose presence makes her feel safe. Not just physically safe, but emotionally safe. She is looking for a man who is the anchor, or the mountain, as we've discussed. A man who is so grounded in his own reality and purpose that her emotional storms, or the chaos of the world, cannot shake him. Her tests are her way of probing your frame. She is subconsciously asking, "Are you really as strong as you appear? When things get tough, will you collapse or will you be my rock? Can I be my true, chaotic, emotional self around you, or will you crumble and blame me for it? Are you a man who can lead, or are you a boy who needs to be managed?" She is not doing this to be cruel. She is doing this because her biology is demanding to know if you are a man she can truly trust and relax with. Men fail these tests not because they are weak, but because they misinterpret the question. They think the test is about the content, the thing she's complaining about. But the test is always about the context, your reaction to her complaint. Let's look at the three most common tests. Test number one, the challenge test, testing your frame. This is when she directly challenges your opinion, your decision, or your plan. The scenario. You say, "We're going to that new Italian restaurant Friday night." She replies, "I don't know. I'm not really in the mood for Italian. Why do you always have to decide everything?" The failed response. Defensive. "What are you talking about? You said you liked Italian last week. I'm just trying to plan something nice. Why do you have to be so difficult?" You have just become defensive, reactive, and weak. You've allowed her emotional probe to throw you off balance. You failed. The winning response. The anchor. You don't get angry or defensive. You remain completely calm, maybe even smile a little, because you recognize the test. You hold your frame, your new script, calmly and warmly. "That's fine. I'm happy to go somewhere else. I just took the lead because I wanted to plan a great night for us. What are you in the mood for?" Why it works. You haven't collapsed. You haven't gotten angry. You've shown that your plan wasn't based on ego, but on a desire to lead. You've shown that her challenge doesn't rock your boat. You are still the calm, decisive leader, even while being flexible. You passed. Test number two, the emotional storm test, testing your strength. This is when she brings you her anger, her sadness, or her anxiety, often in a chaotic, overwhelming way. The scenario: she comes home after a terrible day at work and is complaining loudly about everything, perhaps even unfairly lashing out at you. The failed response: fixing defensive. You just need to calm down. You're overreacting. Here's what you should do: go talk to your boss. You are now treating her like a problem to be solved, not a person to be heard. You are invalidating her feelings. You failed. The winning response, the anchor. You don't absorb her emotion, and you don't try to fix it. You become the lighthouse in her storm. You just listen. You provide a calm, solid presence. Your new script, after she's vented. Wow, that sounds like an incredibly frustrating day. I'm here. Tell me more. Why it works. You have proven that you are not afraid of her emotions. You are strong enough to stand in the storm with her without being swept away. You have created a space where she is safe to be her full self. This is the deepest form of safety you can offer. Test number 3. The Flake test, testing your purpose. This is a more subtle test. She might cancel plans at the last minute, be late, or act indifferent. The scenario. She texts you an hour before your date. So tired, just going to stay in tonight. Rain check? The failed response. The nice guy. Oh, okay, no problem at all. Whatever you want. I'll just sit at home. Let me know if you change your mind. Why he fails. He has just communicated that his entire evening and his entire reality revolved only around her. He has no purpose of his own. He is a leaf in her wind. The winning response, the purposeful man. You are disappointed, but not devastated, because your life is bigger than this one date. Your new script, warmly but firmly. That's a shame. I was really looking forward to seeing you. No problem. I'm going to go to that new gallery opening anyway. Let's reschedule for another time. Why it works. You have respected her decision, but you have communicated that your life and your plans continue without her. You have a mission. You are not just sitting by the phone. This demonstrates independence and a strong frame, which is incredibly attractive. These tests are not a game. They are a deep biological search for a man who is a rock, a man who is not reactive, a man who has a purpose, a man who is so confident in his own skin that he is not threatened by her strength or her emotions. Stop seeing her challenges as attacks. Start seeing them as invitations. Invitations to demonstrate your strength. Your job is not to win the argument. Your job is to win her trust. And you win her trust not by proving her wrong, but by proving that you are a man who can be relied on, a man who is calm in the chaos, and a man who will not be shaken. What test have you faced recently, and how did you handle it? Share your story in the comments. And if you're ready to become the man who can pass these tests, make sure you subscribe.